Hey guys, what is up? It's Danlags and welcome back to the third and final part of our Suburban house tutorial series here, guys. So, here is the demo house, guys. This is not the house that we were building. This is the house that I just kind of demonstrated right at the beginning of the first episode. So I want to start off this third episode on this house to kind of show you guys a couple of things before we actually get started with the building. So today's episode, we're going to do a little bit of landscaping and we're going to start to work on the interior a little bit to close out this. But first, I kind of want to show you guys like a demo of what it might look like, of what your options are if you're interested in doing this stuff. So right here is just a very simple landscape here in the front yard. I'm going to do something a little bit more complicated for the actual building part of it on the second house. But I just want to kind of show you guys something, and this is kind of the question that you need to ask yourself when doing the interior. And that question is to stack or not to stack. Guys, that is the question. So I'm going to come inside here, and as you can see, I actually double stacked the walls for this demo of the house. So all these walls are double stacked. Basically, double stacking walls has its pros and cons. The cons a little bit outweigh the pros in my opinion on smaller houses, but let me just kind of explain to you guys what's up in here. So double stacking the walls allows you to make a different color interior than the exterior design. So obviously there's no hardened clay visible in here, just a bunch of different color clays, and you can change the colors of the walls and make them a whole bunch of different colors. So adds a nice look to the house on the interior. You know, it does lower the space a little bit. That's the major con, that you lose space because you're double stacking the walls, obviously taking space away from the interior. Then the pro is obviously you can make a much more colorful and more detailed interior. So it's really up to you whether you want to do a double stacked house or not in terms of the walls. I'm just showing you guys what it could potentially look like right here as a demonstration. But for the actual building part, which I'm going to get to in just a minute, I'm going to actually just leave the walls single stacked for this sake of the video. But if you guys are more advanced builders out there, if you want to double stack the walls, I actually like vaulted this foyer here, so it's pretty tall. If you want to double stack the walls, here is absolutely what this could look like potentially. So we have like a bedroom in here, and this would be the master bedroom. So we have a couple of rooms in here. So this is absolutely what it would look like. And let me show you guys on the outside some of the options that you can do as well. But yeah, it's really up to you whether you want to double stack the walls or not. Again, I'm not going to show how to do that because it's pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of double layer the walls. But here's some of the options that you can do. These are some of the pros. Obviously, you can like add random blocks in the wall and it won't show up on the interior. So I've just kind of threw in some random bricks and some random wood, and even laid some bushes along the wall there, so it looks a little bit cool. You can indent the windows to give them a little bit more detail. And as you can see, kind of come back here. I'm going to show you guys how to build this porch and all that stuff in a minute. And there's like a fireplace coming through. So again, lots of options that you have for yourself. You can I guess indenting the windows is probably my personal favorite for double stacking. So it's up to you whether you want to double stack it or not. I'm not going to show how to do that, but that is an option that you guys can absolutely use if you want. But anyway, guys, let's transition to the actual build and get started. All right, guys, so back to the build. So this is the house that we were working on. This is not the demo house, so the interior is not double stacked, and I already laid out kind of like a design for the floor plan. I'm going to go through this after we finish the landscaping, but I already have something laid out for you guys that I think is pretty good. So we'll start with the landscaping though. So what I'm going to do for this landscape, I'm going to make something kind of cool, something much more complicated than what we had on the other house. So that's definitely going to be a thing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is actually I'm going to go ahead and take like 2 blocks out of these. This is going to be kind of just me doing some trial and error to start because I'm not really entirely sure how this might turn out, but I'm just going to start off and see how it goes, and then I can kind of explain it to you guys after that. So let's see here. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Basically what I'm doing right now is just kind of curving this. I want this to be more or less like a curve shape design, so it'll look cooler. Gotta go like that. Yeah, so like on the other house, I kind of had just like a normal flat, kind of a square shaped, patio or whatever this thing is, a walkway up to the front of the house. And for this one, I want to do something just a little bit different, just to make it a little bit better. All right, that looks pretty good. So we have that right there. And then over here as well, what I want to do is just make sure this lines up. I'm going to take this out and move it to here. I think that'll be better, because that way I can just do this. On this side, I just want to keep this flat because it's going to be the driveway. So Yes. All right, and right there. Okay, so let's see how that looks as like a little bit. Yeah, as it looks a little bit better curved like that. So we'll do something like that. And then what I want to do as well is I'm going to get some, I guess some stone will do, and some pressure plates. And I want to do like a little pressure plate design going through here. Guess I'll start it like, right here is good. So I have this run down a few. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, let's do this. Okay. And I'm replace these blocks with the grass. So that space right there is going to be like a little, I guess, flower bed or something like that. So that's the plan. I'm going to put some trees in as well. So, all right, here we go, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some. I'm going to do something very similar to what I did in the Japanese house. This is a landscape that I did on a Japanese house that I did. It's really cool. I think it's great for the default texture packs, so that should work. Basically, what I do is I just take this, what's this stuff called? Black stained clay, and I kind of just like line it through the flower bed here. And this is going to be more or less a, just supposed to be like, soil or mulch or whatever you want. And like that just looks really nice. I'm going to have to grab some more stone and those pressure plates again. I forgot to even place those. Not a boat? Oh, no. Get that boat out of there. Okay, so I'm going to go there and there. You got to place it kind of like... Actually, no, I don't, actually. I don't have to do that. Never mind. I forgot. This is not dirt, so it's not going to turn into to grass. So I can just do this. All right, so there we go. Just like that. And then I like to put in some assorted other colors. So I have some gray stain kind of just assorted through here. And then even some dirt as well. I just try not to put it near the edges, because then it'll turn back into grass. And then I like to just go to do that. Obviously, it turned right back. But place a fern on one of these. Place a rose on one of these. And then I want to place... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to place a rose on this one. I'm going to place some seeds. I kind of just like to do like random, just keep it really random. It's basically my goal for this. So you want to grab some bone meal as well and just kind of take that all the way up like that. And then I like to grab some spruce and some jungle leaves and just kind of like mix them in, place them on the darker black stained clay. So just kind of mix it in, just put it all over the place. And then you have like this like nice little flower bed design. So I did this on the Japanese house and it looked awesome, and it's going to look good here as well. So let me grab a rose and a dirt block, and I'm going to place another one. I'm going to place that there. I don't think that'll turn into grass. Yeah, it won't. Place that there instead, just to add a little bit more color to it. So that's really what that's supposed to look like. It's just supposed to be like a nice little flower bed there. It's pretty good for Xbox, I think, considering we don't have like all those different kinds of flowers and things like that. But next thing I'm going to do is just kind of fill this in. I don't know what I should do it with. I guess gravel will probably be a good option here. And then I can kind of like mix in some other blocks. So take some gravel through here. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one more thing if I can find it. Black stained clay. Underneath of the leaves here, I'm going to place the soil just kind of like going around like this. Just near just where the flower bed is. All right, and right there. Then the rest of this can be gravel. So yeah, basically I'm just going to fill this in around the edges to start, and I'll just kind of cut the video real quick and fill in the rest, and you guys should do the same. I'm also going to plant some trees out here in the front, and we should have like once this is done, we should have like a nice little front yard. Again, I'm only going to furnish the front yard, or not furnish, I'm going to landscape the front yard only. Backyard is up to you. You can add a pool and things like that. I think I have a video on my channel of doing some landscaping ideas, so maybe I'll put that in the link in the description. I don't know, it might be outdated or not, I don't remember. It's been a while. I might do a new one actually, kind of update on that. Who knows? But yeah, it's up to you on the backyard. I kind of had the same idea with that house. I kind of just did a little bit of the front yard, and you guys can do the backyard yourselves. Kind of customize it to what you like. So yeah, basically all the grass kind of in between here. I'm just gonna cut the video real quick and just fill it in with the gravel. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So basically, I just kind of filled this in. I also actually went ahead and randomized it a little bit. So we have the gravel, and I actually kind of just mixed in some stone brick, and some cobblestone. Just kind of randomized, placed it all over the place. So you can do that if you want. It adds a lot of detail, and from a distance, it looks pretty cool. So you can do that if you want. You don't have to. It takes a little bit of time, but that's all right. I also went ahead and took this general idea and just did it in a smaller form right here, just in front of the porch. So you can do that as well. And then I planted some tall trees as well. So this one turned out really good. So you can do that. Those are like kind of my landscaping tips. And all of a sudden you can turn this thing into a pretty nice front yard. So we're almost done. I'm just going to do one more thing. I'm going to do something very similar to what we had right here, right? So I'm going to get out that stone. I'm going to get out the stone slabs and the quartz. And basically I'm just going to do the exact same design, right? Just kind of have that run through. So we'll do that right now. All right, so I'm going to have it go right here. And then it's going to be that going up like that. This on the side. This on the side. And then this runs all the way through, right? So just basically something similar to this. You can do like a regular picket fence if you want. I kind of like this having like the little stone wall here. I think that looks kind of cool. So you can do something like that. And then if you want to do like a regular picket fence, here's a suggestion I can give you guys. I did this on the HDTV Dream Home. What you can do is you can go every 3 blocks, place 2 block high pillared quartz, then jump 3 like that, and then jump 3 more like that, and continue that all the way through. And then you place upside down slabs on both levels like this. And you kind of get like a white picket fence idea, more or less, like that. So you have options. You can do something like that. I like that a lot. It looks really good. And you can also do something like this. So you have options for the front yard, for the little fence that you can put right along the road if you have a bunch of these. And these things are going to look really good if you put like 7 or 8 of them like right along each other on like a suburban street or something like that, or maybe some different colors or some slightly variated designs on the landscape or even the house itself if you want to do that. Lining these things up would look really good. Honestly, even in like this little area here, we have like a bunch of small little houses lined up and it already looks kind of cool. So yeah, that's kind of my landscaping tips for you guys. Pretty simple. Just want to keep it simple for you guys, but I think it looks pretty good. It's still fairly cool looking. So let's keep on rolling here, guys. We're going to work on the interior in just a second. I just want to give you guys some tips on the outside. If you're not going to double stack these walls, if you decide to just stick to what I'm about to show you guys, I recommend cobblestone. This is not cobblestone. Glass panes. These are definitely what you want to do because it just kind of gives a little bit of an indent, which is what you want. So that's good. And then back here, I don't know why these are here. I guess I was fiddling around with like a flower bed design. Same thing back here. You want to just do that. And yeah, but we're going to put a door right there leading out to a porch, which I'm going to do right now. So let's go ahead and get started with that. What you want to do is just grab some simple blocks like some spruce wood planks and some spruce wood stairs and even some anvils as well. We're going to need those. And I'm going to take this out several blocks here. And same thing on this side. You just want to take this out to right there. Place 2 blocks up like that. Jump 3 and do the same thing right here. So you got 3 blocks wide here. Place some regular stairs like that. That's obviously where you step down into the backyard. And then right here we just have a nice little patio here, or a little deck, I guess is the best way to say that, best terminology. Just have a nice little deck here for, you know, you can put like a barbecue up here or something like that. So that's what I'd recommend. You can honestly put another one of those like flower beds like right back here as well. That's another awesome idea. So that's just something simple, just a nice exit to the backyard. Yeah, simple as that. So that's the plan right there, guys. So finally, let's just kind of close out this little tutorial series by doing some interior. So let's go on in here. So guys, I already kind of laid out the plan, so let me just kind of run you guys through it. Right here we have where the staircase is going to be. It's going to kind of go and then turn upward towards there. And then we're going to have a small closet underneath the staircase, Harry Potter style. And then we're going to have the foyer right here. And then you can walk into the family room of the house. So we'll have some sitting areas, a place to put the TV, and a fireplace right on that wall. And here is going to be a bathroom for the first floor. So just a standard bathroom. You walk through this little hallway here, and you have the kitchen, and the dining room is going to be in this space. And then this little thing here opens up into the garage, which has just enough space to fit like a medium-sized car, which we'll probably go through in a little bit. So that's the first floor. Again, when you're doing interior, I recommend putting a checklist together and just kind of checking off things. So what you want to do is, for a house of this size, you want to check off bathroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, closet on the first floor, and garage. That's ideally what you want on the first floor. If you have space, you can add a bedroom, but this house obviously doesn't have the space for that, so the bedrooms will be on the second floor. Coming up here on the second floor, here's where the staircase is going to be. This is going to be a hallway that runs to the master bedroom right here, and this right here is going to be the master bathroom, and then this right here is going to be a bedroom. So we have 2 bedrooms, 1 master and then 1 regular, and the master bathroom. These 2 side closets here are exactly what they are, closets. So we got one here right above the, I believe that's going to be the kitchen down there. And then this one right here is above the garage. So we might even punch a window through this in a little bit. But those are two master bathroom closets, or master bedroom closets. So you can do that. That's great. And let's go back downstairs and get started kind of filling in these walls, and you can kind of see it all come together. So again, for a house of this size, you want ideally 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, you know, and all the other stuff I said. So basically, you just want to kind of fill this in. And I'm going to grab like pretty much all the blocks that we're ever going to need. So glass panes, things like that, and probably also some spruce wood planks. But this is how it looks if you don't double stack it. Again, you don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to the walls and the interior. You kind of just have to make them the same color, unless you want like the inner walls to be different colors. But I don't know, it's really up to you what you want to do with the interior, which is why I don't like to go like too in depth on it, because it's really subjective compared to the outside of the house. You can do whatever you want with it. So yeah, you want to just take this through here, and you want to grab some pillar quartz as well. Take this up and right here as well. And basically, I already laid out the floor plan to make it easier for myself, and you guys can just kind of follow along with what I'm doing. This right here is something very important that I want to mention. I want to make sure you guys get it right, because this could be a little bit confusing. So you have the garage door here. You want to make sure that you count 9 blocks away from the garage door, and that's where you want your wall to be, because it's gonna kind of cut into like a little bit of the house, which is something that you need to keep in mind. So I'll show you guys right now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, maybe it's 8. I thought it might have been 9, but I guess it's 8. So 8 blocks out from the garage door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what you want, guys. And then you want to put the wall on that 9th block there. So again, it cuts into this part of the house a little bit, and that is absolutely okay. You can also extend the garage if you want, like just kind of take this design and push it out a little bit if you don't want to kind of break into this wall, because doing this prevents us from, you know, putting a window here, so we don't have like the 4 windows symmetrical like that, but that's okay. Okay, so let's go back inside and kind of continue this. And basically, you just want to take this across through here. Oh, I'm really messing that up. And just kind of fill in the walls. Again, the hardened clay doesn't look bad, honestly, so it's really not that big of a deal not double stacking the walls. But, you know, it is nice to have a little bit more color on the interior, and it is a little bit more realistic as well, since, you know, not every single wall on the inside of a house is going to be, you know, the exact same as the outside. That would just be weird. All right, so anyway, moving this up through, I want to break that block there. Just, again, filling this all in, and once we kind of get it filled in, you can really see it kind of pop and make a lot of sense. So the number one goal when you're doing interiors is just to have everything make sense. I think that's really my goal when I do stuff like this, is I just try to have everything connect really nicely and make sure I check off like all the major things that you're going to need in an interior. So right in this space is going to be I'll probably put the kitchen right here, and then I'll put a nice dining room table here next to the garage. And then obviously right here we have a nice wall for the TV. And we're going to have some living spaces right here, so some sitting areas and things like that, some couches and et cetera, maybe a coffee table. Right under here is going to be the Harry Potter closet. So we're going to have that closet underneath the stairs. Right here is the foyer, so we're going to have like a nice wall. We're going to have a wall here with some painting on it, probably some sort of table with some items on it. So here's the foyer. You can punch out the ceiling and make like a vaulted foyer. I did that for the other house because the staircase was right here. So this floor plan is a little bit altered, a little bit different, just to kind of match the single stacked walls instead. So just keep that in mind. It's not the same as the other one. All right, so there we go. So we have a bath. This is going to be a bathroom right in here. So nice big space for a bathroom, so you don't have to worry about running out of space or anything like that. And I think that's good for the first floor. I think we got everything filled in. So let's kind of just put this staircase in. So it's going to be a 2-block wide staircase where it kind of turns. You can have like this little plane here. And then this just kind of goes up. You just kind of follow the pattern, take it all the way up, and there you go, up to the 2nd floor. So now that we have that, we want to kind of finish off this part here. So I'm going to place that, fill that in there. And then right in here, all you want to do is just kind of, you know, fill that in there. You can honestly even no, you can't break that block. I thought you could. That is a false alarm. You want to just kind of fill that in. So it's basically just going to be a very small closet in here. You have like some space for like a chest or 2 just under the staircase. It's not supposed to be anything huge. And coming back up here, we are going to fill in the walls up here as well. So you want to get this wall filled in, no windows on it or anything like that. I'll kind of show you guys more on the outside as far as the windows are concerned. And let's kind of fill this in. So basically with the windows, let me go outside and give you guys an idea of what the windows. Because I don't think I punched out the windows for the last episode. So let me give you an idea of where they are before we go any further. Basically with windows, I like to make them symmetrical on the outside and kind of just work around the interior based on the windows. So right here we have 2 windows that are symmetrical to each other, 3 by 2, and they're 1 block away from the wall. And they work really nicely because you have like it right here in the foyer, and then up here is like in the hallway. So it worked out nicely. Again, I kind of modeled the floor plan around the windows. Right here I chose to not do windows, mainly for the fact that it would cut into the staircase right here on this side. And if there isn't going to be one right here, then I thought it'd just be weird to have like a random third one right here. It would work because we could put it in the corridor of the staircase. Like it would actually work to put one there, but I mean, you can add it if you want for more lighting. I'm just going to leave it blank, and you could, like, spam some bushes on this or something like that, or do whatever you want. Plant a tree there just to kind of cover that up. It doesn't matter. The point of this is that you would have, like, 4 or 5 of these houses kind of, like, lined up against each other, so, like, the side walls don't necessarily matter a whole lot, like, if there's windows on them or not. That's kind of the whole idea. For the back area here, same idea. The 3 by 2 windows 1 block away from the pillared courts. And it kind of like does a nice job of lining the family room in here. So you kind of have this space, and I'm going to break these blocks and replace them with some glass panes here, so it's a little bit more indented. But yeah, that's your goal there. And then up here is the same idea. We got 1 for the master bathroom and then 1 for the bedroom. So it's important to make sure that you just line up the windows. So I'm also going to go ahead and place some sideways pillared courts there just to kind of line those windows, just to add a little bit more detail to them. Again, all these windows, you want them to be glass panes. I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. If you're double stacking the walls, keep them regular glass, but then obviously you want to indent them 1 block. So that's important. Just like that, and there we go. And the same idea over here. I have the 3rd window here because it kind of works for the 2nd floor. You can choose to actually just get rid of that window if you want. It doesn't matter, but just whatever you want to do with it. So let's go back on the inside and kind of finish out this floor plan. And I think this house will be pretty much done. I'm not going to like go crazy on the interior in terms of like filling in the rooms and things like that with like interior design and all that stuff. Just for the simple fact that, there's so many things you can do with it. So I'm sure you guys can, kind of put your own spin on the house. And I've done interior like too many times on things like this. So you can always go back and check some of my older videos to get ideas. That's totally okay. I just don't think it's necessary for me to do like an interior for this house in terms of like filling in the rooms. I just want to kind of give you guys a floor plan so like the best way to put things, I guess, like that. So again, we have everything checked off. We have the bedrooms, the bathrooms, all that stuff, the kitchen, the living room, everything's checked off. So we're not missing anything on this house, which is good. And that's really what I wanted to emphasize in this video, just making sure that when you guys are doing interior, you're not going to forget any like important rooms or anything like that, because it is hard to kind of fit everything in on such a small house. So this house actually, I feel like, does a pretty good job of using its space wisely. So that's always good. Sometimes it doesn't work like that, but I think this house is a great example of using the space wisely. So again, here is a bedroom, and here is going to be the master wing. So we got the master bedroom here, and we got the master bathroom. Plenty of space for a bathroom in here, so you can put a full bathroom in here. And then right here, we're going to have a closet. I actually double stacked, or I made these walls gray wool in here just to kind of mix it up a little bit. And then the same thing on this side. Again, just another closet. So that's the master wing. That's the 2nd floor of the house. Everything's kind of squared away. Right here, if you guys are confused, we had this window here last time, and like all this space was kind of, I guess, the jungle wood still. What I did was I basically just kind of filled this space in, kind of just like took like a little shape around that corner and just kind of filled it in. And that's what you guys want to do. Just try to cover up all the, the wood as much as you can. So that's important. And you can even honestly do it like right here as well. Just go like all the way into the window. One thing that I think is important is to make sure that this right here, this particular set of jungle wood is still jungle wood, because that's going to leak to the outside. So you want to make sure you have that staying as jungle wood. That's important. So yeah, you can, again, fill this in all the way to the wall here if you want. You don't need that to be jungle wood there. So you can replace that like this, just like that. So yeah, that's a nice little window there just for the front of the house and for this hallway. So going back downstairs, let's go out here. And yeah, last thing I want to kind of do is just do a window out in the front, and I think we'll be done. If you want to put the fireplace right here, you can just take a lining all the way up through here, break those 2 quarters, and just run this through. If you want to add a fireplace on the back here. And then on the inside, what you can do is we have a nice little space in between those windows that you can just kind of open this up, and that can be your little fireplace. So that's an option as well. Again, fireplaces are sometimes hard to add, but I think it kind of fits perfectly right here. And then you can have this run through, break these quartz stairs and just run this up, and then you can break a couple of these right here so it looks like it's 2 by 2. So you can have this go up, and then last but not least, you can just place some stone slabs, or you can also place flower pots. It really doesn't matter. I mean, they both look pretty good. I actually really like flower pots on that particular design, so you can go with that. That's fine. Alright guys, so we're pretty much closing in on the finishing touches of this house, and besides the furnishing and all that stuff. But a couple more things that I want to just point out. Up here we have some empty space up here, so you can find a way to add an attic if you want. Again, I'm just gonna leave this space empty since it's basically just like empty space in the attic. If you are going to, you know, actually try to use that space, I'd recommend you just using a ladder, or maybe finding a place like some sort of staircase. I don't know where you'd put it up here. You might want to just, like, you know, just tuck it in over here somewhere. You might have to sacrifice one of these rooms if you want to do that, which I don't think is worth it. So I wouldn't really worry about that. That's just kind of like an empty space that pretty much every house has, so it's no big deal. All right, so last but not least, what I want to do is just kind of open up a little bit of space right here, and we're going to have just a small little window just to finish off this house. So I'm going to take up some space right here, and we're just going to have this like dead center of this staircase. So all right, so I'm going to take out some quartz and some stone bricks, place a full stone brick block there, a full block of quartz, and I'm actually going to go ahead and take a full glass block and place it right here. Wait, whoops, right there. And we're going to place hardened clay right there, and hardened clay right there. And you can even just take this up 1 block further. But then all you want to do really is just place some stairs here, upside down stair like that. I'm going to grab these blocks, place a quartz block there, run those across and connect them. And then you can just do something like this, just like that. And there you go. You have like just a small little window there. And you can also even extend this out, actually. It might look better if you extend it out 1 extra block. So have the quartz run out 1 block further here. Just like this. Wait. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to see how it looks, and then I'll decide whether or not it's worth doing. So there we go. And we're going to replace... No, that's the right block. Okay, replace that there. And right there. Okay. So, yeah, something like that, right? You can do that if you want. And then on the inside, what this does is actually creates an extra window in one of those master closets. So this right here, all of a sudden you have an extra window in here to work with. So it adds a little bit more lighting in this room, which is never a bad thing. You can just like replace that right there. So that's another option that you have. If you wait, that doesn't look right. There you go. So that's another option you have, guys. If you want to do it, that's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's it for this house. Everything's all laid out, so you guys can go to town with the interior if you want, and then the exterior, kind of just continue it. Would love to see you guys send me some pictures of this house on Twitter if you are following along and building it. I think it'd be really cool if there was like maybe 3 houses like right next to each other, a whole bunch of different colors. That would be cool. Kind of just giving like that little suburban aspect of it, of this house, that I think is cool. So anyway, at the backyard, you can put like a swing set back here, a pool, maybe mow the lawn, add some more flower beds, more trees. That's what I'd recommend pretty much throughout this place. But yeah, guys, this house is in the books. I like this house a lot. I think it was just kind of like a really simple suburban house in the default texture pack. And yeah, last thing I forgot to do is we're going to add the car in here. I don't want to forget about that. So let me just kind of fill in this floor here. We're going to do some stone brick real quick. Just kind of get this filled in. We're going to do some stone brick, and we're going to add a car. I don't want to forget that because I said I was going to do it. So we'll just take some time and do it real quick. All right, so we'll take this across through here. Yeah, but anyway, 3 parts to build this house. So it won't take more than, I would say, 2 hours to finish this from start to finish. So if you have like a couple of your friends on the world, you could probably build 3 of these houses in just a couple of hours playing. No problem at all. So I just would recommend building something like this for like suburban areas. If you're like on the outskirts of a city, that would be something I'd recommend. So do what you want with it. I'm just here to provide the designs for you. So anyway, I'm just gonna build like my little Audi car that I've been building lately because I really like it. So I don't think it needs any more than like just those blocks. It's pretty simple design. So basically, I'm just gonna line up with this. I'm gonna place one here and here. Place a stair here. 1, 2, 3 of snow. A quartz block there. A glass block. A couple more quartz blocks. A full block. A couple quartz stairs on the side. A full block above the glass. 1, 2, 3 of snow. Another full block. 1, 2 of snow. We got a staircase there, another one there, and then we have 2 more blocks of coal. Put snow caps on the top of each one of the tires and place some buttons on the side of the tires. And just like that, in like 30 seconds, you have yourself a nice little sports car there. So that's pretty much how we're going to close this out, guys. That's a wrap. I think that's it. I think that's everything we got to do. So thanks for watching this series, guys. Love this house. Again, you can decide whether you want to do double stacked on the interior or not. I just wanted to give you guys some options and just some bunch of ideas that you can work with. And hopefully you guys do take advantage of them. So thanks for watching, everybody. It has been Danlags. Give it a like if you did enjoy it. I'll be doing another tutorial series in the future. So this is not going to be the last one, obviously. And until then, guys, have a good day and peace out.